What's up? It's Pete here. Today we're going to be taking a look at a sick bike from the guys at Haro. It's the Haro Double Peak Comp 29. It's an entry-level trail hardtail set up to get you out on the trail with everything you need to really have a good time and not a whole lot of fluff in there to steal a bunch of your money. This bike has through axles front and rear, wide range shifting on a 1x drivetrain, hydraulic disc brakes, 120mm suspension from RockShox, and the new trail geometry with the Haro X6 series frame. Let's take a look at this thing and see what it has to offer. If you're just trying to get out into the woods and have fun, a bike like this at the $1,399 price point can do everything you need. You will not need to go and spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go have fun in the woods. Something like this will perform pretty well for an entry-level rider. Even a mid-level rider can have a ton of fun on a bike like this without really having any downsides. Let's take a look at some of the key features on this bike. And like I said, it's got that new Haro Double Peak X6 series frame with a 67-degree head tube angle. It's not too raked out, so your casual riders or your beginner riders aren't going to feel like the front end is flopping around too much, but it is raked out enough that when you're descending, you're going to feel nice and stable and not like you're riding an XC bike that just teeters down the mountain. That head tube angle is going to be pretty perfect for a lot of the trail systems just around America. So for the fork on the bike, the guys at Haro didn't skimp out. They went with the RockShox Judy Silver. So you're getting a step up from the TK. You get a slightly better damper in there, so your compressions are going to feel just a little bit better. Then you've got a rebound adjustment on the bottom of that, so you can control how fast that fork comes back to its original position. And then once again, you're on that boost axle, so you're going to have a nice sturdy connection to the front wheel. And being boost spaced with the through axle, your bike is set up for future upgrades really easily. You're not going to have to worry about, is it going to be outdated anytime soon. I don't see us moving away from boost axle spacing in quite some time because it just works so well. All of the other super boosts and everything, really unnecessary unless you're riding downhill. So for $13.99, you're getting a really good frame and fork on this bike. Then they're putting you on a Dior drivetrain from the guys at Shimano, which is really going to give you a super sturdy drivetrain that's going to be able to shift well under load. Not that you should be shifting under load, and the better you get at riding your bike, the less load you will apply when shifting gears. But with that 10-speed drivetrain, you're going to have a wide enough range to climb the mountains and still go fast in the flats and the downhills. One of the other really nice features about this bike is the Kenda Werewolf grips in the Volt saddles. Your connection points coming from the guys at WTB are really nice quality, and they're going to feel good to you. I run a WTB saddle on my own bike, and they just work pretty well. So I think you will be happy with the connection points. A lot of companies will skimp out on the grips in the saddle because they can get much cheaper off-brand things just because that extra name costs a little bit. But the WTB stuff is nice, and you're definitely not getting the cheapest stuff on there. That's one of the things Haro really does a good job of, is providing you a great quality bike for the money. They are a good quality company. They've been around for a long time in the BMX world, and they've been making mountain bikes longer than most people will realize. It's set up with the Kenda Regolith 29 by 2.4 tires, so you're getting a nice meaty tire that's going to roll over everything and give you lots of grip in the corners. Being a trail bike, they're not giving you a nimble, lightweight cross-country tire that's going to make you feel like you're just skimping over rocks and bouncing down the trail. These things are going to really help you feel planted when riding an aggressive hardtail. Like I said, this bike does have boost spacing, and those wheels are set up with Shimano hubs, so you're getting good quality hubs with that boost spacing, and then they're built on Weinmann U32 TL rims, so a nice double-walled rim, disc brake hub from Shimano. And that's one of the good things. Like I said, the guys at Haro are giving you a great quality bike for the money. They're not really skimping out on anything on here. These bikes are spec'd with Shimano MT200s or the brakes that came on this one, which you will notice they are not the cheapest alternatives they could have gone with, so you're getting a slight upgrade with that brake lever adjustment on there, and you can dial in the reach just from the lever without any tools, which is a nice little upgrade. Since they did run out of Shimano brakes to keep production going, they went ahead and swapped that out. And you'll see that on a lot of bikes. People do end up making changes. It's down at the bottom of the website on all of the specifications that they may change just because of product availability. Generally, they skimp out and go with something cheaper. Once again, Haro came through, gave you nice, solid brakes on this one. I think this bike's going to perform really well here in an area like West Virginia, where we have lots of single tracks, switchbacks, climbs, and then good fun descents where you're not having to just feel like you're perched up on some crazy 29er. I know a lot of 29-inch bikes have felt like they're just real teetery in the past. These guys have done a real good job of giving it a lot of bottom bracket drop and making the bike feel planted on the trail. If you have one of these Haro double peaks, be sure to leave a comment down below and let us know how it's performing for you. If you're interested in getting one, shoot me a comment down below and let me know what your questions are about it, and I'll try to get them answered. Be sure to like and subscribe, eat a donut, and stay rad.